This is probably the worst intro I've ever done. But let's just skip that, okay? Look, I'm gonna be ranking, in my opinion, my top 5 favorite FNaF games. And FNaF 4, sadly for you guys, is not gonna be on here. I'm not saying FNaF 4 is a terrible game. It's perfectly serviceable, but there are 2 reasons that make this game the worst in the franchise. At least for me. The first is that it's the scariest game of all the FNaF games, and the second is that the mechanics simply abhor me, and I find them as having no cameras, no automatic doors, no music box, no reboot system, no audio, none of that. You're just a kid with a flashlight. Enough said. Now, before we get started, we only have one honorable mention, and this honorable mention is sister location. And there's a few reasons, and I'll say it now. I'm not gonna say I totally hated the segments where you're a worker and stuff. I somewhat enjoyed it, but I found it as, different. It was a huge change. It was the biggest change in FNaF. SL fans, I will give you this. There were some moments that creeped the shit out of me, and others that have just downright, to put it simply, annoyed me. The only reason that I'm putting this as an honorable mention is because of the sister location custom night that Scott decided to later add because fans were angry that there were only one night where you had to face off in this room, that being secret ending in night 5, thus giving Scott the idea to create custom night for an alternative ending featuring our lovely friends that try to suck our soul out. And if they mess up, it's game over. Now on to the list. Number 5 is going to FNaF World, and some of you people might be triggered for me putting this game above sister location. Hear me out. I love FNaF World. I even tried to make myself a character. How cute. I tried to give myself moves like Unscrew 2 and Neon Wall 2 and Fourth Wall and stuff like that. And Slasher and Cosmic Song. I love all of that stuff. And my personal favorite character was Fredbear, because I enjoyed his Megabyte, referencing his bite of 83, something like that, yeah. But I adored the game because of the memories I made with it. It was the first spin-off game I'd ever got. Of course, it was the first spin-off game in FNaF. All that aside, I really enjoyed FNaF World, and it took me hours, all night, just to beat a portion of the game. But seriously, it was all a great time. There were very little moments where I were actually stressed, and this is one of the first FNaF games I ever played. The problem was that Scott was developing this for mobile and was unsuccessful, and the outcome was it was only available for computer. I feel like I would have had a lot more fun with this game if I could carry it in my phone everywhere I went. But it was a good memory for me, and I'd say this is perfect where it is, ranked number 5. Yeah. Scott even said this was his favorite game in terms of making. But for now, let's use the ESC key and move on to number 4. I'm 100% sure some of you guys won't agree with me, but I think Five Nights at Freddy's 3 deserves the number 4 spot on this list. And, let me explain why before you get triggered in the comment section. In all honesty, I'd think of this game to be very resilient. The fact that there is a monster in the building and you literally have to lure it away with the sounds of children is quite creepy. As well as the fact that if you are unsuccessful to reboot your systems in time, you will be greeted by the horrifying appearances of the phantoms. The idea that you can get jump scared time and time again and still be alive is just horrifying at its peak. But I also enjoy the minigames and the lore that FNaF 3 presents to us. My personal favorite minigames are the Fredbear, Shadow Bonnie, and Happiest Day minigame. It feels authentic, and it feels like I'm actually a part of FNaF to see the minigames in action, and it's pixelated, it's different, it's new. It wasn't like the FNaF 2 minigames. FNaF 2 was like, not as much, there was no sound, it was just like, save them and all that. I enjoy FNaF 3. Let's move along. Taking the bronze medal, we have the game that started this entire franchise. Merchandise, Funko shit, and all that stuff. The original Five Nights at Freddy's. Now let me tell you a tale that might tickle your tits. You see, Scott Cawthon originally made a game called Chipper and Sons, which I am not a fan of. And the people that played it said that they looked and acted like creepy animatronics. Instead of him taking offense or feeling ashamed in his work, Scott decided to own that and make a game about creepy animatronics. Thus, FNaF was born. Wait, did I say born? God, I'm an ass. The game is simple. A door to your left, a door to your right, 2 lights, and a camera to check where your nemesises are. Anemone. Screw that. This horror thing was so new to everyone that it laid the groundwork for sequels, new, scarier animatronics, and adorable Funko plushies. Some may say nothing quite beats the original. In this case, there are only 2 FNaF games that are better than FNaF 1, in my opinion. Taking the silver medal, we have FNaF 2, the best out of the original 4 games by far. I mean, this game introduced a whole new mechanicism with ultimate panic and chaos. You have to wind the music box, Bonnie's in your office, gotta put the mask on really quickly. It's all about the momentum that keeps you going. In 2014, I was so used to doors to protect me. Now, with FNaF 2, it's just all gone. And now my new strategy is to just put the mask on whenever I see an animatronic at first glance. Unless it's Foxy or the puppet, because that would be useless. But the idea of just hiding behind a mask while animatronics are staring you down is pretty horrifying. Not to mention the mini-games. Though the mini-games compared to FNaF 3 are quite pathetic, I would consider them to be very lore-wise, and I would love them. They're original. Like that Freddy one with the cake. Yeah, it presented us with a child outside. That's the puppet. She died. The purple guy killed her. And overall, I had some good memories with FNaF 2. Dawko, who beat 50/20 mode in Ultimate Custom Night, actually stated that FNaF 2 was his favorite game. He is the... Believe me, no more needs to be said on that. If FNaF 2 is Dawko's favorite game and my second favorite game, you know there's only one game in the entire franchise to take the cake. Get it? On this one. Only one game can come close to rivaling this game's entertainment, and that is number 1. Number 1 is my favorite FNaF game ever. This game, I love this game. Number 1, enough talking. Here's number 1. Taking the gold medal, my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game. Should surprise no one, it's Ultimate Custom Night. This game is legendary. I always loved Custom Night. This is the ultimate Custom Night. It takes all the animatronics that I feared over the years and took most of them into one game filled with more chaos than even FNaF 2. Being the single only FNaF game that even Markiplier wasn't even able to beat, this game is just filled with panic. Damn. We're certainly off to a good start. I will go as far as to say I've beaten 50/20 mode 1 time, considering that I've beaten other modes in other FNaF games multiple times. Only one time, almost 2 years ago, did I beat FNaF Ultimate Custom Night. But it doesn't have to be panic. You can choose the nights. You're trapped in a hell that Golden Freddy put you in for killing children. Purple douche. Okay. To some, this game might seem impossible, but believe it or not, it has been beaten many times. Only once by me, many times by gods. Not even Scott Cawthon himself was able to beat it. But only one person, that being Lewis Dawkins, or as he's known on YouTube, Dawko, was able to breeze through it on a live chat. Like really, legitimately. That wasn't the real audio, but you get it. In winning Ultimate Custom Night, Dawko was given the opportunity to have an interview with Sky Cawthon, and sometime shortly will arrive to console. I am so incredibly happy to have all the FNaF games, but by far, Ultimate Custom Night makes me the most happy. It made me who I am. It developed my FNaF skills and made memories with the characters I've loved. But that was the list, and this has been a complete waste of 11 minutes, so yeah, let's end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I might do more of this stuff, like top 5 best animatronics, maybe 10, maybe 20. But overall, this video took a long-ass time to make, so I hope you enjoyed it. See you guys. My birthday's literally in 2 days. It's July 14th. So, send love, I'll send you love back, blah, blah, blah. Classic shit. See you later.